Hey, what's up, folks? I'm Jim. Wanted to talk to you about rotator cuff injury and surgery. And let me start with a disclaimer. This is no legal advice or medical advice. Simply me relating my experience with this to you. If you have any questions about what you should do medically or legally, contact those professionals. I am not one of them. So, it is April 26th, 2009. In December, I hurt my shoulder at work. I live in the state of Illinois. We have specific workers' comp laws. It allows me to go see any doctor of my choice, up to 2 doctors. Now, I can go see one doctor and he can refer me to 15,000 people. That's still just one choice. I still retain a right to go have a second opinion. He can send me, the insurance company can ask me to go see their doctor. That's not one of my choices. So let's clarify that. So I go see my doctor. He sends me to have an MRI. And the MRI comes back positive for a possible partial tear and some arthritis. Well, I've got an extreme amount of pain, and I work over my head all day. I have a very physical job. He prescribes me off work for 2 weeks with physical therapy. I go do that. I go back to see him. Nothing's changed. He holds me out of work, sends me to orthopedic guy. Orthopedic guy has me, he gives me a cortisone shot in the shoulder, 2 or 3 weeks more physical therapy. I go back to see him. He says no more physical therapy, just stay home from work. Nothing has changed. Now the everyday achiness of it is gone because of the cortisone shot, but still, to just take a gallon of milk with my left arm and hold it straight out in front of me is next to impossible. It's very, very hard, or like a kitchen chair or something. And this is what I do for a living, so I'm very concerned. I don't hold kitchen chairs for a living, by the way. I just heavy objects, and I have to work over my head with my arm extended. Anyhow, I call the insurance company. They are very upset with this doctor for taking me out of physical therapy because, as it turns out, physical therapy is a big protocol for this type of injury, especially one in which the shoulder's not just hanging out of socket because the rotator cuff tear is so bad. So anyhow, they asked me to go see their doctor. I agree. He's a professional. I check out his reputation. No problem. It's their choice, not mine. I go see the guy. He gives me an oral steroid and another anti-inflammatory. Asked me to do 6 more weeks of physical therapy. I do that. I go back to see him. In March, he orders me at that time to go have an MR arthrogram. That was miserable. 3-inch needle shoved into my shoulder to put some contrasting fluid in there that shows up on the MRI. I was on the table for 45 minutes. This guy can't find a little sweet spot for it, what have you. That sucked. That was a very painful day. But after it was over, it was a very easily identifiable tear. A torn tendon and the labrum. So I'm glad that I did it. So I go under the knife last week, Thursday. It's Sunday now. And turns out I have a torn biceps tendon, supraspinatus, and the labrum, and I have a lesion. All these things. Now the surgery itself wasn't that big a deal. The anesthesiologist tried to give me a nerve block. Right in here, bundle of nerves leads to the shoulder. That would have kept me pain-free for about 24 hours. He wasn't able to administer it correctly because I had to cough. I don't know why. But I did. But the thing is, I only coughed once. And that was it. And he took it out. And he could have finished it, but he didn't. I don't know why. He didn't want to risk it. I don't know. So anyway, when I came out of surgery, I was in some very intense pain. They proceeded to promptly medicate my dumb ass. And that helped. So when I went home, I was okay. I go home Thursday afternoon. I got there at 7:30 in the morning. I was out of there by noon. I have 4 very small incisions. Let's see if I can show you one. They got band-aids over them, but I took one of them off. There it is. It's not very clear. But it's about a 1/2 inch, and there's 4 of those. And that's where the doctor goes in through. Much better than having a wide open surgery. I'll heal a lot faster. Anyway, they gave me Vicodin. Vicodin did not sit well with me. I got really itchy, and the sleep is really restless. It was like I was asleep but aware of everything. Really, really strange. Got real constipated and shit. Is that a pun? And I quit taking that shit this morning. I'm not going to go through that again, but it did help me get through the first couple days. So, what are you going to do? I didn't have the nerve block, so I needed something, so I took the Vicodin. So that's it for now. It's a little achy, but I got my little sling on and got some elastic waistband pants for going to the restroom and what have you. Not a big deal, nothing to stress out about. If you got a good doctor, you're just going to know what's going on. I'll try to keep you updated as I heal. See what happens. Later.